that's how evolution on our planet has always worked.
All right. Good evening, and welcome to the Otherhood. This is Selected Twin, and I'm here with Cranston, and we're waiting for the rest of the crew to show up. And it is right now, what is it? The 23rd, the week of Thanksgiving, and this is our Talking Turkey Thanksgiving run-up show. And we got myself, Cranston, Otto just jumped in the room. And I guess we'll start like we normally do and talk about the weather. So Cranston, you popped on first. So what's the weather like in your neck of the woods?
We have finally reached real fall. It's been in the highs have been in the middle 60s and the lows have gotten down to the 40s all week. So it's nice and wintry.
Oh, very nice. How about you, Otto? How's the weather?
It's I couldn't ask for better weather. It's like 70 degrees. It's a little chilly indoors and in the morning, but it warms up to about 70 degrees. Later in the day, sunshine, kind of dry, and it's perfect weather.
Excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. Now, today, like we're starting the show, we're doing something a little bit different. Every week, whenever you have the show, we always have a link, and we change it up every week. But from now on, this is the only link our people backstage will be using to jump on. And so those of you all who are interested ever in jumping in backstage with us, let us know, and we can send you that link that kind of gives you past privileges to join us in the back and be here on panel and discuss whatever it is that we're talking about today. So today, of course, we're talking turkey, about the Thanksgiving traditions that we all focus on this time of year. We talk about the Macy's Day Parade, and specifically one of the issues that we talked about last week, we started discussing, was the floats on the Macy's Day Parade. What floats are there now that are recognizable to any of us from back when we were children watching the parade? Because I know there are some, when I used to watch the parade, recently with my children, I guess my daughter, when she was this high school aged, etc., that she would watch, this is the blah, 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 or this is the blah, 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 blah show. I'm like, I have never seen that before in my life. I said, what in the world? Oh, this is Bluey. I said, what is Bluey? Oh my God, you don't know what Bluey is? I don't know what Bluey is. And I haven't had any, tiny children around us for a very long time. So some of these things I just have no idea. So I don't know. I guess we have to get their float list and see what's on the float list and see if there's anything that any of us actually recall, and also what it is that we recall from our childhood from the Macy's Day Parade that, made this time of year that we're coming up on very special. So we just did our weather, Sonia. You're just jumping in from the coldest, I gather, part of the country right now, contiguous. What's going on up there in upstate New York? I don't have you muted, but I also don't hear you. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Loud enough?
Yep.
How about you, Otto? Am I loud enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
There. Now, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Now,
Okay.
definitely.
The blizzard of the century is not expected to arrive until Wednesday.
All right. Woohoo. Are you ready
But
for
in
it?
no.
Okay.
But in the meanwhile, it's like right now it's 43 degrees. It's not that much colder than it was this afternoon when I unsuccessfully tried to rent a car and it was now 47. Then it's not supposed to, I'm reading this thing, it's supposed to get down to 37 today, 30 tomorrow. Then we get back up into the balmy 40s for around Thanksgiving, and then it's supposed to dip down into freezing thereafter.
Wow. Well, you
Hold on, my roommate's showing me a weather update that mine doesn't have. Yeah, it's supposed to snow on Friday.
that's cool.
Well, last year when we came, it snowed on Halloween, so it's a little later than.
Yeah, well, that's better. I mean, but you all will be ready for this possible snowstorm coming up, right?
Probably not. The good thing is she doesn't have to work, so I don't have to worry about her driving out in the blizzard.
No, I'm just saying they're going to starve if you all get shut in.
Yes, we do have enough food.
Oh, man.
We'll have leftovers from our friend's Thanksgiving dinner.
And you have heat and all
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
blankets.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lord.
we'll be hiding inside for the rest of the weekend.
All right, cool. That sounds really cool. All right. And with that, coming up on Thanksgiving, you'll be sitting in front of the television set, and then Macy's Day Parade will be on, and I gather you'll be watching it. I mean, is there anyone here that does not watch the Macy's Day Parade? Good. All right.
Cranston's raising his hands. What?
You're not going to watch the Macy's Day Parade?
It is. It's a tradition now. Back in the days when we were doing the Black History calendar, we had to get it to the printer for their initial setup by the beginning of December, and I was the person in charge of proofreading. So every year during the Macy's Parade and into the first football game, whatever that was, I was sitting here going, okay, what's on September 3rd? Okay. Doing fact checking and spell checking by listening to it, so I would turn around if something interesting came up, but generally, no, I never watch the parade for going on about 18 years.
Wow. All right. But still, I mean, you are watching it, enjoying it, reminiscing, being nostalgic, right?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I turn around and say, "Yeah, I remember that one." Or if they said "new this year" or whatever and stuff, I would turn around. But
cool. All right. So let's talk about the last time that you recall seeing the parade. Do you know when that was? Was it last year or year before?
Consistently, God, that was
1979.
Thank
close.
you.
We did the calendar for 18 years. So what's 18 from 2020 would have been 2012. But somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
And I thank you because I recall you sending me copies of that calendar almost every year that I would get a copy of the calendar. So thank you very much. Also another nostalgic
thing. I had it in my office.
Yes, exactly. So just that you know, yes, we do recall that and getting the calendar back then.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We still miss doing it.
All right. Well, Nikki just jumped in, and I guess she is ready to talk about her Thanksgiving, but she can also talk about her weather currently. I know you've got good weather.
It is cool outside, and it's like about 60-some degrees now.
Wow.
I miss those days.
Come on down.
It's better. Actually, it's better here in the south. It's 70 degrees and sunny.
Yeah.
We beat all of y'all.
Yeah, but I'm kind of waiting for it to. You know what? But the thing is, here in the mornings early, it's low. It's
like 40 degrees.
50 in the morning. But the time you get up and out, it gets warmer. It's warmed up. So
I have to break out my LL Bean.
All right, do it. Woo-hoo. Well, we're talking about the last time any of us ever saw the parade, and so Cranston was saying that he has not watched it
in 12 years,
right? Since after 2012. But did you watch it last year, the year before, or anything?
Nope. Because it's a habit now not to watch it. So
12 years.
Okay.
But I did include a link in the chat with the lineup of the this year's lineup of parades, and I was surprised that there were so few of the balloons. They said there are only 22, and it seems like they had like 1 million of them the last time I watched.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that's what it seemed like too. It's like 1 million.
And the thing is, though, Penelope, what I told you about the balloons, you didn't believe me, but it's true.
I did not. Yeah. But you were accurate, I guess, in the older. But that was like before we were. I thought you meant like.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade has been going on for quite some time.
It's about
And
$100.
when I told Penelope that they used to cut the balloons loose, and then and at the end of the parade, let them float over New York, and if you got them, you got a prize or something. So that used to happen.
I said, you could be crazy. You know, they cut those things, they'll fall down and kill people. But he
Well,
said, no, they actually did that.
yep.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me. So
Well, I thought they wouldn't do that because they'll eventually float up into like flight lanes or something, like Tragedy Day when Snoopy brought down the 737 trying to land at Idlewild.
But
Well,
they weren't. They weren't the big construct. Yeah, these weren't the big construction ones we're used to.
Yeah,
and also you didn't have 747s back in 1935 or 40 or something.
Yeah, where it was.
You didn't have that same problem. So yeah, they probably stopped it because it's hazardous to a lot of people's health.
Yeah, I would think. So, Nikki, and we're talking with Sonia and Otto Cranston also about our last time that we saw the Macy's Day Parade. I mean, and we would watch it, of course, religiously. When our children were younger, we get up and we watch the parade. And then, I don't think we were too big into watching the games and stuff that came on unless it was like professional games playing that day. We didn't, watch, anything college games or anything, but watch. I remember one time in particular was really cool. One of our cousins had come in from Detroit, and it snowed that Thanksgiving. And at the same time, they had this thing called the Turkey Trot, where it was a marathon, and they would run, downtown. But this year, they ran through our neighborhood. So the windows open, with these big, open windows, and the curtains open. Of course, the windows were closed because it was winter and cold. But all the people running by, the marathon, and we'd had like early dinner, we're watching the game, and I'll remember that forever.
Everybody remember that game, Dallas versus Miami.
Yes, that was the year. Yeah, that year.
When it snowed in Dallas.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a great game, and just a great memory, for that, and because again, watch the parade and have dinner. It was really nice.
But the thing is, we still watch it, even though kids are bigger and they're grown.
Yeah,
it's like a habit you can't break. At least I can't break.
Yeah, me either. When we get up, so what time's the parade? Where can we find the parade? What channel is it on? And so we definitely do that, all the time. And did you see the parade last year, Sonia, or the year before?
I haven't sat down to watch it since before the pandemic because of different circumstances. Last year we were helping our friends take care of their mom, so that kind of took up all the time. This year we're planning on doing it.
All right.
If we're over here helping them out again, I'm going to insist that they either bring a TV down or give me something to go up into the media room that I can do the help. If I'm supposed to help with dinner, you better make sure it's a portable their job, because I want to see it this year.
Exactly. That'd be cool. Wonderful. How about you, Kristen? You're gonna shake off your curmudgeon jacket and watch the parade this year?
Probably. I'll probably unsuccessfully multitask and just leave it on and turn something up. And I realized why I guess the parade seemed longer, because I forgot about floats that went along with it. And that kind of stretched it out. So if somebody mentions something interesting, I'll look up and see what's going on.
And then they'll show you like some Broadway plays and some people who pretend to sing. Mariah Carey will be there. And Mariah Carey will be there to pretend to sing her somehow Christmas classic song. I don't know why it's a classic now, but
yes. But yeah,
because it manages to get into the Billboard top 10 list every single Christmas.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I think it's because it's not one of the traditional Christmas carols, because some Christmas songs you really don't like.
Like what, for instance?
Well, there's a controversy about Baby It's Cold Outside, so they try to stay away from that one.
Okay, yes.
they're the ones that everybody misses the words like "God rest ye merry gentlemen." What's that? What that one is about, or something like that, and.
Okay, so yeah, we have a list of, and also I guess if you did not grow up, in middle school, high school, elementary school with these songs, you probably don't have them as a staple of your Christmas. I mean, for us, of course, we had the Harry Simeon Chorale album that we played, all through the Christmas season. And then as we got older, after I got married, we added things like Nat King Cole's, Christmas album, and what else? What else do we have that we add to all that? And all this stuff that starts like right after Thanksgiving, we just start keying into that the Christmas, the Nightmare Before Christmas era is when I.
Yeah, but it's like isn't Thanksgiving like the Macy's Day Parade? At the end of it, they have the appearance of Santa Claus.
That's right.
So it's
Yes.
like
Official kickoff.
Yeah, the lead in to Christmas season, which is why it's so crazy to me now that you go to stores and they have all this stuff up already. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
so
premature
right
immaculation.
after, not just right after things, not right after Halloween, before Halloween even came.
In the first of November. Yeah.
I mean,
they've had. Well, the surprising thing is places like Lowe's and Home Depot have had Christmas stuff up since after Labor Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, before Halloween. So, I mean, right now it's interesting, and they have the lineup of the balloons that Cranston sent, and he posted it in the product chat. But Cranston, go ahead and put it in the comment section, and then unhide it so that people can see it in case they want to take a look at it.
But that's how you're old,
Right. Yes.
Because it's like I remember as a kid, the balloons were important to me. Like and now the balloons are like, are they important to kids nowadays? I don't know.
I think they are because there are people like, for instance, I remember, like I said, my daughter said, "Oh, this is Bluey, and this is the what is it? Diary of a Wimpy Kid?"
Wimpy Kid, yeah.
I didn't know that, things, but yeah, those are certainly icons that they knew. And like right now, I said the they have in here what Goku, this year. That'll be something, right? And they have a Luffy in here too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so
it's like some balloons that you remember you growing up. It's like they're iconic, and kids today have no idea who those things are.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bullwinkle and Rocky.
Yeah, and they don't have that
Underdog.
anymore. But they don't have that anymore, do they? Bullwinkle and Rocky.
No, nobody knows who that is. Nobody knows what that is. And are there any Charlie Brown related balloons?
Yeah. And in fact, I'm trying to put I don't know if you get it, but I just put a Cranston's list right here. Can you see it? The lineup, the Cranston's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see the link. Yeah.
Yes, and the first thing they have is Beagle Scout Snoopy. It has a Snoopy with the Woodstock sitting on his ranger hat.
And apparently kids today know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they still do Charlie Brown stuff.
Yes, Charlie Brown's still around, like Winnie the Pooh. They may change their looks a little, but they're still pumping out those toys. So of course the kids know about it.
Yeah.
There's a Charlie Brown toy?
Yeah.
I mean, more like Snoopy stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think there's been some Charlie Brown things in the last several years. Some sort of a show
Franklin.
or film or something, huh?
A reboot of Franklin at the end on the table.
Right. Exactly, the Franklin.
So why they should put Franklin up there as a balloon?
Nope, I do not see Franklin. I do not see Charlie Brown.
Probably not enough time to build the Franklin.
Yeah.
Because these are built like 2 years in advance.
Yeah, this is only Snoopy.
Right. Everybody knows who Snoopy is, especially there was some political controversy about Snoopy this year. But
what was that? What was that?
A fan site that calls itself We Are Snoopy endorsed a political candidate, and people had joined the page, thinking it was the official Snoopy page, and then promptly realized that when this endorsement came up, there was no way that it was an official one, and they tore the owner apart. Let's put it that way.
Was this like Trump, like Snoopy for Trump?
Yep.
But Snoopy never endorsed anybody. I mean,
that's what they were all pointing out, that Snoopy's probably the most apolitical, except when he was fighting Nazis as the Red Baron.
Well, yeah.
Red Baron was World War I, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't really
I know.
But the thing is that it's not apolitical. It's just like it's just
like he's a little animal.
Makes me feel dirty,
Yeah. But they thought, because it says this is Snoopy or whatever, that it was official site, and so they all felt gypped or whatever. And
how awful.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would be irritated as well.
So
I come here for Snoopy stuff, I didn't come here for that. Right. And they said, yeah, but Charles M. Schultz, he was German.
Oh God, please. It's the same. It's the same thing when you go to like, sport blogs and sites and stuff, and then somebody has to put in something.
Yeah, it doesn't belong there.
Please, can we have?
You have somewhere. Can we have a safe spot to talk about?
Please, we don't have to, I'm neither a Democrat or a Republican or Libertarian, Green Party. Not just stop.
Yeah, we're just trying to talk basketball or baseball or whatever.
You remember that one year they had, and I thought this was bad. I'm not sure what year it was, but they had these, Broadway snippets in the parade, and they had kinky boots.
I remember that. I was hot.
I thought that was inappropriate for children to watch.
It was so inappropriate. That's not a child-based thing for children.
But it was the biggest seller on Broadway, so
don't care.
I know. I'm not condoning it. I was like, they're the people who plan these things go purely by what's hot on Broadway.
I mean, it's maybe a thing that as an adult I would go see, but it was inappropriate for the parade.
No, it's just okay, kids. Just wait here a minute and stuff, and we'll take you for ice cream later. Hold on, So
yeah, but the thing is, if you're a parent and you don't even know what that is, and is there, before you say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was having transvestites dancing in the. It's a little much, for the morning of Thanksgiving. I think it's a little too much sauce. Too much sauce.
Yeah, I think it's more like the outfits and stuff that we wore.
Yeah. It's like having Tim Curry in the what's the
Rocky Horror.
Yeah, in the middle of in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Tim Curry and
Frankfurter
fishnets and
in the middle of my
garter belt. I don't want to see
No. Great. No.
It's like it's too early to drink. It's too early for that.
Yeah, that's after 5 o'clock stuff, man.
Yeah, well.
But because it's supposed to be something that is a family-oriented event, and
it's becoming more and more commercial now.
And
sadly,
you know what? And it's also a lot of talking. Like you may love Al Roker, you may hate Al Roker. I'm not sure how anyone feels, but I always get the feeling I'm getting too much Al Roker.
It's like, yeah, in the old days they just would say, "Hey, here's that pesky little whatever coyote, and he's being, flown by such and such a group, blah blah blah. Oh, say hi, kids," something. Just things like that. But it's almost now like it's a continuous commercial,
Well,
I mean, it should just be a Macy's commercial, nobody else.
Well, the thing is that wasn't the Pillsbury Doughboy a float?
Yeah. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, if you look at the list, It's very
So
interesting.
who's on the list? What do you tell us?
It is the
I know
Beagle
that.
Scout, Ruby.
Yeah, Minnie
You have
Mouse makes her first
Bluey.
appearance.
Yeah. You have Bluey is on it. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I remember that being on. And like Swing was saying, this Minnie Mouse makes her first appearance. They're all new in 2024. And then they have Extraordinary Nora and the Elf on the Shelf, also new for 2024. Don't know what that is, but I think it
There's
looks
Elf on the Shelf. Yeah.
Elf on the Shelf, but it's got a wolf, like a white wolf. I think it's a wolf or something, or fox. And the Elf on the Shelf is riding on its back.
Okay.
And then
I get
we
the
have
feeling. I get the
Mhm.
feeling that I'm going to be saying I don't know what that is throughout a lot of this.
Yeah. And then we have a thing called Gabby, and which is also all new for 2024. And it is a little girl, and she's wearing a headband with little cat ears on it. And she also has a little cat holding it on her shoulder. Don't know who Gabby is, but I'm sure I could ask some young children, they would know. The next thing, of course, Goku, also new for 2024. That's kind of cool. Next is Kung Fu Panda's Poe. So we know Kung Fu Panda from
Right.
the film.
And we know Goku. Yeah.
And we know Goku, of course. We have Marshall from Paw Patrol, also new for 2024. I wonder if Aaron Judge is going to be here.
No, I don't. I know of
Paw
Paw Patrol.
Patrol, or was he Paw Patrol, right?
He was on Paw Patrol. Aaron Judge, the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
But I don't watch. I know of Paw Patrol. I don't watch Paw Patrol.
Okay. But this is all new for 2024. Luffy is going to, it says Monkey D. Luffy, who is a character from the anime One Piece, also has a float. And so I know that is.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, it's a character from the anime One Piece. Then we have the opening Macy's stars. So the stars, those gold Macy's stars with red Macy's written on them, balloons, which I would like to have one if I could. And then you have Pikachu and Eevee, and they're riding on a Pokeball that has sled runners on it. I would love that. That is really cute. They did a good job on that. Oh my gosh, we were wrong. Pillsbury Doughboy is in the lineup.
A commercial.
Yep, Pillsbury Doughboy.
And
they're all commercials.
Yeah, everything in here really is.
Really, Pillsbury Doughboy is a straight up commercial. Because
Yes.
he doesn't even have a show or movie.
Well, this is true.
By 2026, I bet you he will.
He never has.
He'll have it with the what is it? The Muffin Man and all of those.
Okay. All right.
Somebody will hear the complaint. He doesn't have.
We'll see. All right.
He never been in a show. He's never had a show.
Right.
He's always been a straight up commercial.
Yeah.
And like I used to tell my son,
For the product.
he enjoys getting punched in the stomach, and he laughs about
Tickled. He's be tickled.
He punched
poked,
it.
Not punched.
Oh, okay.
Poked.
No, well, he couldn't do that because it's inappropriate touching. So can't do that.
Poked, not punched. Poked.
Well, when was the last time you saw Pillsbury Doughboy commercial? Anybody remember?
Last night.
You did? You saw it?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. He's everywhere still. Yeah.
Wow.
And you say, well, how did you get in here?
And he's white as hell, and he got blue eyes. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay. The next thing they have on is pumpkins, which, as we can say, this is the one thing that is not a commercial. It's just pumpkins, 2 big pumpkins. So,
just 2 big pumpkins?
Which will lead into probably, I'm guessing, the Native American performance that has now become part of the regular ritual they have.
Cool.
And I'm not complaining about it because the very first one was a good friend of mine that was, or a former co-worker is probably a better way of describing the
very first what?
Native American, when they had the very first Native American presentation in the fair, because people were like, wait, it's supposed to be Thanksgiving, and according to the myths everybody propagates, the Native Americans were part of this. How come they're not part of the parade?
Yeah, that's something, right?
You know what? But is that right though? Are we just propagating a myth?
Oh no, this performance kind of dispelled that myth, but I'm surprised they're still doing it. So,
All right. Well, you know, it's Thanksgiving, one of those days where I guess you try not to be unhappy, but it's this. I don't know. I mean, if you talk about the indigenous people,
Mm-hmm.
and how they help the pilgrims, but you know, if you read behind the mythology,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
and
In fact,
there's
in
a
fact,
book that we
yeah.
read about by Penelope. You remember the Higginbotham book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was,
so great.
yeah, I was gonna say. In fact, the performer that they had on that first one had awakened my eyes to many things when we
Mm.
worked together. So I thought that was ironic.
But you know, the thing is that when you have this joyous occasion, is it also okay to introduce this bad stuff to happen?
Well, I think it's the truth, and what is it trying to teach us how to be grateful, to have I don't know, to be grateful, be thankful, have gratitude, for certain things. And I don't see anything wrong with saying, yeah, by the way, they did have this issue with people, eating them, their people. So they said, we got to help them because I don't want them eating anybody. Start digging up our people to eat them. It's really
Yep.
really and cool.
Well, that's
So,
the other reason why you always hear about the first Thanksgiving, but you never hear about the second Thanksgiving.
okay, hell yeah. But I mean, the whole point was that people who came who did not understand uh, the place that they were in and farming and taking care of themselves, and you just can't expect to come anywhere and just do the stuff you were doing before wherever it is you were. And I guess that's what people thought, that they could just transpose, and everything would be all right, but it wasn't. And yeah, the Higginbotham book, try to check that out. But again, I'll get back to the list. We have Ronald McDonald, who we knew.
No, because that's a straight up commercial too.
Yeah, that's also a
Because
commercial.
he doesn't have a show.
Right. Right.
He
But
doesn't have a
it's Ronald
movie.
McDonald. But everybody
Doesn't have a
knows who
movie.
that is. I guess everybody knows who the Pillsbury Doughboy is too. So
When the last time you saw Ronald McDonald in a commercial?
I did not for a while. I don't think
Yeah.
they've had a Ronald McDonald for a very long
They
time.
just had, and recently they had an anniversary celebrating all those cups and glasses they used to give away, the ones with lead paint.
Yeah.
They were
Um,
delicious. That was
yeah,
delicious.
they were.
Yeah.
But they just had a big thing on there, and also there was something that, oh, I can't remember. There was a Grimace was in the news lately, and I can't remember why.
Huh.
Oh, because somebody talked to one of the original creators of all of these characters and discovered that Grimace was supposed to be the anthropomorphication of a taste bud.
So you
Okay.
had grimace in your mouth?
Yeah.
And you'd
That's
be grimace.
bizarre.
So you may. What is that? What is grimace? Is that a adjective?
Yes. It's a
So they
facial
made it to-
expression.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be the anthropomorphication of a taste bud.
How bizarre is that?
And people, because animators always try to sneak in little weird things to see if
Well,
anybody's paying
the word
attention.
grimace in and of itself is like problematic. But when was the
Because
last time
somebody
anybody?
should eat my food and then they grimace.
Yeah.
That doesn't,
When was the last time
not
anybody
so
saw?
great, is it?
When was the last time anybody saw an actual Ronald McDonald commercial though?
I have not seen one.
Yeah,
The last time I
it's
saw
been
one,
years.
it's what do you call on those channels where they show, like, you have like the old programs and they're showing the old commercials with it. That's the
Like
last time.
you know, if you watch Me TV or something like that,
Yes.
they
Mhm.
won't
And
show. I haven't seen any Ronald
not no no
McDonald.
no no no. It's
Yeah.
like not unique to, it's like, remember, like, you go online and get some of those, maybe on YouTube, where they have a whole thing where they show like a whole channel and it's all nostalgic, and the whole, like, from Chicago or somewhere, and they have the old commercials embedded in it.
Yeah.
But that's the last time. I
Those
mean, I
are
guess,
great. Yeah.
yeah, but that's the only time I think I've seen
Ronald
a
McDonald. So why is
yeah
he afloat?
McDonald's
Why is he
commercial.
afloat?
I guess.
Because McDonald's pays big money.
Hmm.
You
And
can't even.
he's
There's no
still the
McDonald's
favorite.
in Macy's. There's not a McDonald's in Macy's, by the way. I don't know. There's no Pillsbury. You can't buy any Pillsbury products in Macy's either.
But I'm sure there's stores nearby that once you leave, or you're wherever it is that you are watching this in your home in Florida, Texas, upstate New York, that you have these things at your stores
Oh
locally.
yeah, you better have it, or people will, because you got to have your crescent rolls and all of that
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you are, it may not be in Macy's in New York, but it can be anywhere in the country that people are watching this. So yeah,
Remember the Pillsbury stuff? You hit it against the countertop.
yeah, I
You
do.
still do.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
they suggest you use a spoon instead now, but I instead, still, I just used some.
Back in the day, they said to use a spoon. We just never did
Right.
it.
Right.
You never hit it against the countertop like they did on the
No, no, so we never used the spoon. We always hit it against the countertop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I definitely remember that. So that's
Does it have
a
to
memory. Thank you.
does it have to be that way, or is that just like a gimmick?
That's gimmicky because usually if you look on the directions, it tells you to use a spoon to pop the seal. But back in the old days, they would hit the thing, and it was still, I mean,
You give it
everybody.
to kid. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
usually get the kids to help you do it,
Yeah.
and the kids are going to knock it upside each other's heads, and
It was
It's
so
like the old fashioned, like the British crackers. The crackers they have that pop.
bangers, the thing, poppers.
Yes, whatever they call them. I have no idea, but they pop open. So, but the thing is there anything else like that? Does it have to do that? It's like, is it gimmicky kind of thing? Anybody know
I don't
that it
understand
pops open?
Yeah.
That it pops open like that.
Well, it depends on how the foil around the can is, because sometimes you can't get all of that foil off, and it makes it a little difficult to open. So yeah, you just have to hope nobody sees it when they fall on the floor, and you dust it off and put it on the baking pan.
Not eating at Crance's house. Not eating at.
As Julia Child said, nobody but you has to know what happens in the kitchen.
No one's not eating at Crance's house. That's
okay. All right. Well, as we continue going down our list, we have Sinclair's Dino. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is.
Anybody know what Sinclair's Dino is?
I'm sure we'll get a detailed information about it at the
You're
parade.
right. In the parade. Okay, Smokey the Bear, of course, we know who Smokey Bear is.
Once again, does he have a show?
Yeah, he did. But I can't remember what channel.
PBS or something? I mean, that's a government.
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that a government copyrighted image?
I think so.
Why is he walking about? Who do you think he is walking around without his shirt on? And
he's reverse Winnie the Pooh.
What?
The reverse Winnie the Pooh.
What kind of kinky stuff is good? Talk about kinky boots. What about a kinky thing going on? The dude got pants but no shirt on and a hat.
I don't know. I don't know the hat. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's it. I think that this is that's definitely nostalgic. That definitely comes
Smoking the Bear, yeah. And so you can tell your story, Penelope, about Smokey.
I am not.
Maybe Nikki could.
I don't know. She was too young. She was a baby. She was an infant.
But I'm sure she heard stories.
Oh, she was an infant.
Tell the story.
What story?
Yeah, it's so stupid. Tell it.
The Smokey Bears, the Smokey story. You know how it is when your parents talk about things, and they were back in the old days. Those of you all who remember the Mike Douglas show.
Yeah.
Show used to come on in the afternoons. So me being a child at the time, I'm sitting there minding my own business, and so here comes our father came in the house and he said, "Oh wow, Smokey's going to be on the show, on Mike Douglas show." I'm like, "Oh wow, this is great." So I'm sitting there. He said, "Oh boy, Smokey's going to be on the show." And so I'm sitting there. I'm watching the entire show, and like they got people talking, of course, other people doing stuff, people singing and dancing, blah blah blah, and then the show goes off. And I'm like, there was no Smokey the Bear in this show at all. Didn't realize till many years later.
Many years
later that the Smokey they were talking about, the Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and not Smokey the Bear. Why would you mention that Smokey is going to be on the show?
Yeah, that's so
To
stupid.
what, a 3-4-year-old? What? I'd say, what meaning does that have to me? I don't know who that is. So don't even. I'm looking for Smokey the Bear. There's no Smokey the Bear. Well, so there you go. That's my Smokey story.
Yes,
No Smokey.
that's crazy. And you know the thing is when Smokey the Bear came on like television, interrupt. He was like he was always animated, right? So
Yes.
but a special kind of animation, not like a normal, like a Bugs Bunny animation. It was kind of what? Well, yeah, and he sounds so authoritative, you know. And then it come to find out that actually he was lying. We can't prevent forest fires.
He didn't know he was lying.
Yeah, lying. What a lie.
He didn't know that he was lying.
Yeah, because apparently trees are full of stuff that is combustible.
Yep. And because trees are full of stuff that's combustible, you can't stop forest fires.
Yeah.
And
I usually thought it was like some dude, some angry looking white dude driving in a car, and he drives by and throws out
a cigarette or something.
A lit cigarette, and the whole state of California burns down.
Yeah.
That's not it at all. It's like trees are full of like linseed and turpentine and stuff.
Like stuff that burns. You know, it burns, and then they're trees, and then they're wood, and they burn. So it's really interesting that we did not know that. All our lives we felt like
only you. That you made me feel so guilty.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry. My phone is acting up again. That's why I'm not answering questions or talking. Okay.
Well, jump on in, because now we're coming up to things like there are a float that has snow crystals. That's all I said. Snow crystals.
That's leading up to Santa. Yeah.
No, because after that we have Spider-Man, all new 2024 Spider-Man. And we know what that is.
So we're gonna have to ask: is it Tom Holland or Miles, or is it Peter Parker, or is it going to be Miles Morales?
It's just a balloon.
I know.
And I think it's Peter Parker.
But the thing is that was there a Spider-Man movie in 2024?
No, but I'm just saying that it's been around for so long, and I think this is his first float, his first balloon.
No.
Really? Yeah, this is all new, 2024.
I thought I saw him before.
Probably a new design.
Maybe new design, all new.
Yeah.
All new, maybe all new design. How about
But it has been in the news a lot lately.
Really?
Yes, Spider-Man has been.
Why?
Because there's everybody's speculating how it'll fit into the Marvel universe now that Robert Downey Jr. is back. The comic books have always been one of Marvel's bestsellers. But the point people make now is that most younger people only know Miles Morales from the games and all of that other stuff. So when they saw Peter Parker in the MCU, they're like, but that's not Spider-Man. Miles is Spider-Man.
I think most everybody knows both Miles Morales and Peter Parker, because Peter Parker is still in all the movies.
Yeah, but that's how younger people know him now. They're like, the younger people who were buying comic books had always focused on Miles Morales, where the older people buying comic books were Peter Parker.
You know what I would tell people? Talk about something else. Discuss something else. Discuss something else. The MCU is over. Stop. Just stop it with that.
Okay.
Please.
And now we have the next balloon is SpongeBob SquarePants and Gary. So it's like you have SpongeBob and he's like laying. He's like he was like laying on the floor reading a newspaper or something, and you don't have the newspaper, but you can imagine that's what he's doing.
I love SpongeBob.
Yeah, me too. And Gary is on his back. So SpongeBob, SquarePants, and Gary. It's a very cute balloon. Very nice.
Sonya's friend Gary or
No, my friend Gary's probably going to be passed out because he works. Okay. He used to work the night shift. I don't know if he still is.
Right. And the next thing we have is Stuart the Minion from Despicable Me.
Oh, so boy.
We have
aren't people sick of that Minion stuff?
I guess not, because they have been in here.
I just saw a new meme involving the Minions, so no.
Well, we won in a Halloween contest. We dressed up. I dressed up as what was that name of that thing? Penelope. What I dressed up as?
What, Gru?
Yeah, I dressed up as
Gru,
and other people dressed up as Minions, and we won the office Halloween costume contest.
Yay! So proud, so proud.
I got nothing.
But doesn't that say something if you're in an office contest and you win for dressing up like a minion? I think your boss is trying to tell you something.
Well, I wasn't a minion.
He was
so
Gru.
I dressed up as Gru, so I don't know what it turns out about other people.
All right.
It wasn't me.
Okay, now the last thing they have, the last balloon they have is called Tiptoe. I do not know what Tiptoe is. Do you all know what Tiptoe is?
No.
It looks like a goat. It's a goat, I think, or a horse with goat horns, or I think it's a goat. I'm going to go with goat. I don't know what that is. I don't.
What does that do with anything?
Okay, Tiptoe. Now I clicked on it, which I possibly could have done for all the other ones and didn't. Tiptoe, who once starred in Macy's holiday campaign, joins the parade again this Thanksgiving. With the help of puppeteers, her head bobs and legs move as this courageous reindeer. So reindeer prances through the streets.
You said a goat.
It looks like a goat to me. New York City encourages spectators to believe in themselves. Okay, it is a reindeer, not a goat at all. Now that I see the picture closer, I can see it just looked like they had regular horns, but when I clicked on it, it gets bigger. You can see it has those little offshoot horns.
I'm gonna get a refund on that eye surgery you had.
But my surgery is fine.
I'll get a refund on that, man. You thought it's a reindeer, but you thought it was a goat.
It looked like a goat. Doesn't look like a goat to anybody else because from a distance, all you see is the horns. But when you click on it and it expands it, then you can see the points. But before you can't see that it's got points as well.
And it helps people believe in themselves.
That's what it says.
What happened to Rudolph? What happened to Rudolph?
Rudolph is copyrighted still.
Okay.
Yeesh.
And okay, now they have this other thing called balloonsicles, which is the baby dinos and Bluey's granny's car. Don't know anything about that. Cookie and Crouton, who are following closely behind Lox and Java, are Cookie and Crouton, two delightfully quirky inflatable pigeons that redefine street food. Cookie,
what pigeons?
I
don't want pigeons anywhere near my.
I didn't create this, okay? Okay, Cookie with the goofy grin and bouncy crest feathers wobbles with excitement at every crumb, while Crouton, her equally clumsy counterpart, flutters along with the grace of a bagel dropped from a third-floor window. Together they bob and weave down the parade route, playfully trailing Lox and Java, hoping for a nibble. These lovable remind everyone it's like a walking.
It's the cars that they have decorated.
Yeah. Lofer remind everyone that no New York City morning is complete without a touch of winged whimsy.
That's stupid. I can do without that. That's dumb.
All right.
Pigeons are nasty.
Well, then they have a thing called Go Bowling. And then behind that, Lox and Java, which I think on bicycles, riding around. And then Mouse King from Nutcracker, also riding around on a bike behind a person that's driving them around. And then the Nutcracker with, what's the little girl's name, Sarah? What's her name in Nutcracker?
Clara.
Clara. And so Clara's sitting in the bicycle, and the Nutcracker is by the big inflatable Nutcracker behind her. And then, if I didn't, do this, I know we got a little bit of time. There's supposed to be 34 floats. And I mean, some of these look really good.
That's too many floats.
For each performing artist.
Yeah. There's a 123 Sesame Street. Wow, it's a Sesame Street.
Kids still watch Sesame Street?
I think so. Yeah.
If they have cable, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Sesame Street is the only thing that's still not on cable, right?
No, it's on
Just-
cable. It's on
Yeah.
HBO first,
I
and
thought
then
was
it goes. And then after it's run on HBO, it goes over to PBS because the Children's Network or whatever officially dropped it when they had budget cuts and HBO bought the rights.
I
Children
thought they bought
Television
everything
Network.
but. I thought they bought everything but Sesame Street.
Mm-mm.
Sesame
Hmm.
Street's on HBO.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the Big City Cheer as a Spirit of America Productions, and so it's just a thing that celebrates the spirit of team sports. Big City Cheer. So I guess we the cheerleading people.
Yep.
And then we have Big Red Shoe Car, and that has Ronald McDonald in it. The
Again?
Ronald McDonald will cruise down the streets of New York City Thanksgiving morning in his one-of-a-kind vehicle. Driving with him are his good friends Grimace and Hamburglar. So they're in
Wait a
this
minute.
car.
He got a balloon and a car?
Yep.
Yeah, a balloon and a float, an actual float car.
Damn.
Then they have this thing called Big Turkey Spectacular, and this is returning for another grand appearance. Is Genio, the Genio float, glittering in the brand's signature golden green hues. This one-of-a-kind turkey stage showcases dancing performers and holds a Thanksgiving surprise under its larger-than-life hat.
Turkey
I
bacon.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Genio. Interesting. Then Birds of Feathers String Together. It is Peacock and has a big giant peacock on it. It says you can't miss Peacock, your most complete streaming service, as this vibrant feathered friend struts down the parade route once more, decked out in metallic and color-shifting paint, glittering paillettes, and a mylar fringe skirt. This vibrant mascot is the ultimate symbol of endless entertainment. So yeah, the
That's
big.
because NBC sponsors the parade.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Or excuse me, now Comcast.
Mhm. But now they think of the Brick Changer, which is a Lego group. Part turkey, part drag, and the Brick Changer float embodies the endless possibilities of imagination through play. Constructed with supersized Lego bricks, this freestanding float is a whimsical example of how, through play, children of all ages can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary.
Everything is whimsical.
Everything. Everything. The next thing they have is Camp Snoopy, which, of course, you're asking, what about Snoopy? Why?
Again.
And it says, get ready for Thanksgiving camporee with the Camp Snoopy float, inspired by the Camp Snoopy series on Apple TV. We say Apple TV, but maybe it's Apple TV.
Maybe I won't watch this year's parade.
Yeah. Here, Woodstock and friends
Damn.
top a tent, eagerly scouting for wild turkeys, as they aim to earn their merit badges. So there we go.
Is that
So
it?
half of these folks, if you're not subscribing to a streaming service, you have no idea who they are or any access to.
No.
It says that this is the sixth version of the Peanuts float in the parade. The first was in 1967.
Damn,
Wow.
that's a lot. You know what?
Hmm?
I think Crest is right. Unless you have streaming services, it's like, a broken bottle in a garbage can lid. That's your float. Because unless you have streaming, unless you have streaming, you don't know any of this stuff.
Yep.
Well, the next one you might know, because that's the Haribo bear for the candy, the gummies. So they have their own float, their own new 2024 float. And it says, watch as a shimmering rocket ship launches through the atmosphere above New York City on a mission to discover outer world gummy candies. It's a real cute float.
How many more you got to go?
Well, 70,000.
No, that's enough. It's like, you know what? It's like a cornucopia of capitalism.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. But if you want to see it, the list is in this link here, Macy's.com parade lineup. And I think it's kind of neat. I like it. This is very interesting. That's what we'll do. Like tomorrow, we can do the thing. We can do a watch party, and we can talk about the parade.
It's a little much for me. It's a little you could like if you have coffee and you add like a teaspoon of sugar to your coffee, it's like adding like having a bowl full of sugar and adding coffee to it. It's a little much.
Yeah, Whitney. Yeah, it does have all this stuff. It is true. It is true. Yeah. But I mean, I do like all the floats and stuff. I hope they look as nice as they, have them looking here. And they have like the last thing we just go through this alone marching bands.
Yeah,
28
and they're all of them
years.
from Florida for some reason. I don't understand.
They're not all from Florida. They have an Avon marching black and gold. I don't know where that's from.
The black
Carolina,
and gold.
Avon, Carolina Band of University of South Carolina, the East Tennessee State University Marching Band, the
HBCU.
Flower Mound High School Marching Band, the Lake Hamilton High School Marching Band, the Power Band of Arkansas, Macy's Great American Marching Band, Majestic Marching Cardinals of Jonesboro High School, New York City Police Department Marching Band, the Mountaineer, Proud of West Virginia Marching Band, and Sioux Falls Lincoln High School Patriot Marching Band. I am surprised because I do not see the McDonald's band.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because usually the McDonald's band does perform, so I'm surprised not to see them.
Well, I think the fact that the New York City Police Department is so huge, they have a band.
Yeah, and their own band.
Yeah.
And they have 28 performers, half of whom I'm sure I do not know. Okay, obviously 2/3 of whom.
Broadway performers,
Alex Warren, Ariana Maddox, Bishop Briggs, Charlie D'Amelio, wasn't I don't know this.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah, Charlie XCX. Okay, Coco Jones, Cole Escola, Dan and Shay, Dasha,
Usher.
Gina Menzel, that's the only person I know so far. Jennifer Hudson, know her. Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, Joy McIntyre, Kylie Cantrell, Kylie Minogue, Leah Salonga, Liza Colon Zayas, Loud Luxury, okay. Natty
Something from
Natasha.
Wicked. Something from Wicked.
Okay, yeah. New York Liberty and Elle the Elephant, Rachel Platten, Roman Mejia, Sebastian Yatra, The Temptations. There you go.
The Temptations.
Yeah, The Temptations.
Original Temptations?
No.
The folks that are still alive.
That's right. And they're replaced.
That's just Otis.
The Tyler
Earth, Wind, and
Craig,
Fire.
T-Pain, Walker Hayes, and the War and Treaty. I do not know the vast majority of these individuals, but
T-Pain is the one that did that rap song with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, I hope they don't do that one.
Motherfucker.
Hey, man, yeah, I don't think they could do that one. And then they have 11 performance groups, and don't know who all these people are.
All the high school bands from Florida. Central.
But these a lot of these are like dance troops.
Central Florida.
Yes,
Central
Spirit
Florida.
of America Dance Stars, Spirit of America Cheer, Riverdance 30, The New Generation, Move NYC Young Professionals Ensemble, the Fresh Side Dance Company, Kilgore College Rangerettes, Indigenous Enterprise, Circus Vasquez, Boss Kids, Black House Creative, and AUM Dance Creation. So the performance groups, the 11 performance groups, I guess are all like dance troupes. And then they have 28 clown crews. So yeah,
okay, you don't have to read. You don't have to read them.
I'm not going to read the names of all the clowns.
Please, no. It made me not want to watch this movie.
Oh, I'm so sad. I mean, it's sad that it makes you not want to watch it because some things like I read some of these things and actually some of them kind of make me think, wow, we'd like to check out some of these floats.
Like what? Like what?
Well, when I look at the pictures of the floats, like they have things like the Haribo one, I think it was interesting. That thing called Palace of Sweets. I'd like to see what that looks like. Deck the halls, the Colossal Wave of Wonder. I hope a lot of really interesting looking floats.
Well, I'm surprised they don't have a Wicked float out there.
Yeah, that is interesting that they do not have.
Because the Broadway show closed. It's the Broadway show closed, right? The Broadway show closed. Yeah. So
they do have a thing here saying performers.
Yeah,
so
every year they had it seems like the last 10 years they had something about Wicked in the parade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but I don't see anyone. I don't know anybody who's associated with Wicked. Maybe, but when Idina Menzel, wasn't she in the original cast of Wicked?
Yeah, she was the original Alpha, but yeah.
Yeah, so, but her float appearance is for Wondrous World of Wildlife by the Bronx Zoo. So, I don't know. It doesn't appear that they have a. I'm looking at the Wildlife Wondership. I do not see a float for Wicked, but maybe it's a float for just in
No, but
general.
you know what happens usually,
For
and
what?
this is where Al Roker gets in.
Mhm.
So he'll do an interview with somebody from the
Yeah,
movie Wicked on the side.
right, right.
I'm here at the Ronald McDonald float with blah 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 from Wicked.
Hmm.
Tell us about the movie.
Yeah, you're probably right because there are people, I guess, special guest stars that pop up along the way.
Yeah,
But even so, I mean, even though it kind of seems campy and corny and whatever, I am definitely going to be watching it. I look forward to it. I think it's going to be great.
I'm gonna watch it too. I complain about it being I watch it. I don't think I missed it any year.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty old, so but I've watched it as far as I know since I was like born. Watch that
Yeah,
thing.
since I was a kid. I
I
mean, I
have no
remember.
I, I have no idea why I keep coming back.
Yeah, keep doing it. I remember watching it as a very young child, and have watched it. Pretty much
Remember that
every.
one year when it was really windy and stormy
Yeah,
in New York?
Hmm.
yeah.
They had to pull down the balloons.
Yeah, everything pull them all down. Because
And that
man,
time that
that,
unfortunately
that
that
woman.
light poles that
Hmm.
light pole came down and hit that and struck that lady.
Hmm.
And she had a baby with her there, and she had
Hmm.
just handed her baby to her husband, and the pole came down.
Wow, and yeah,
Hmm.
it hit her, but didn't hit the baby, and that's
Nope,
something. I mean, she survived, but
she
she
survived.
no longer, processed. She was like a high functioning accountant or something like that,
Yep,
and so she could no longer.
they had to pay her
Yeah.
money for that.
Hmm.
They had
Yep.
to pay her money. That's why they're really more careful now
Hmm.
with high winds. If they're high
Yeah,
winds,
but they bring
they either
all
take
the
down
balloons.
some balloons or
Yeah,
yeah,
bring them down to street level. So yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really interesting.
yeah, yeah. I am too. I am too.
Mhm. All right. So
It'll
right.
broaden our horizons.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So it looks like we're at the end of the show.
Well, you know what?
What are our
Before you end
announcements?
though,
Yeah.
now before you end, Penelope, I have some stuff that had nothing to do with Thanksgiving parade. I was watching Svengoolie,
Mm-hmm.
and they were showing Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
One of our favorites. Yes.
Favorite, and the movie was banned in a bunch of countries
Why?
because it scared people too much.
You
And I
gotta be
think
kidding.
it was banned in British Columbia until they had to take out the Wolfman parts in order for it to show.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
People were that afraid of it?
Apparently, I guess especially the Wolfman part, and then they were talking about a bunch of movies and genres that are banned. You know that time traveling movies like Back to the Future are
Hmm.
banned in China
Why?
because China, they said any sort of like time traveling movies or time traveling shows distance people from their past and make them negative toward things that may have happened before, and it's a bad Western kind of Western and civilization idea. So any movie that has to deal with time travel is banned in China.
Not now, right?
Yeah, now too.
But I see historic dramas, see dramas all the time with time travel.
I don't know, maybe their time travel, not your time travel.
Okay. I mean, we're changing the past and going back and redoing a past or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a different concept of time travel. Maybe that's what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, there's a lot of genres that are banned in
Hmm.
certain countries.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. That would be an interesting show to do to see what types of films, are banned in other countries that I
It
mean,
wouldn't seem to me like a Abbott Costello meets Frankenstein would be banned.
yeah, it seems innocuous, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Back to the Future was banned in China, so it's like,
Ah,
In terms of propaganda, that's strange. Especially for a movie that's 30 years old.
but you got nothing. I mean, there's nothing in it that's related to China, so why would you ban it? I don't.
yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
The
Well,
time travel concept.
Well, it could be. There's that one line when where Doc Brown in 1955 is looking at the DeLorean and says, "Well, no wonder it broke down and stuff. This part comes from Japan. That stuff is no good."
Yeah, but that's not China though. So I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe it's an Asian country they found it offensive.
I
You
don't know.
know, I don't know, but they didn't say that. They just said
They
time
said
travel.
that, yeah, just it makes people distance themselves from their past, and it makes them have negative views of their ancestors and all.
That is really strange because I just finished, not too long ago, watching a time travel sea drama where people have, I guess, because it was in the past and it was in their past. It wasn't like current times going back to the past. So maybe that's what it is.
Well, like I said, it had nothing to do with the topic, but I thought it was interesting.
That was interesting. That is
Watching Svengoolie stuff,
yeah.
that you find out watching Svengoolie. So
That is very interesting. All right, now here we go. We know Thursday is Thanksgiving. So for everybody, happy Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday. Well, we did not get to talk about, just in the show, without one of the most important things, which is, what are we going to eat?
oh man,
Do you all have a menu? Anybody else got a menu?
I know Cranston has a Pillsbury menu.
Yeah, that's just going to be at Pillsbury, and
dropping stuff on the floor and taking it
yeah.
to other people's house to eat.
Take 5-second room.
Yeah, okay. All right. Come on, really. What, do you have anything planned? Are you eating with friends, relatives? What's your plan?
Probably relatives that my brothers and sisters and I will all get together at somebody's house and do that and watch something that all but one person has seen on some streaming service. But but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Sonia? I know you already said earlier.
Yeah, we'll probably be here with our friends, being really thankful and remembering last year when the family was expanded by one, because two of the family members who were there last Thanksgiving won't be here, so are not going to be here. And I will do as I make my grandmother's red stuffing, I will be crying my eyes out, not just from the onions, but remembering when my grandmother taught me the recipe. So all the usual sentimental stuff from Thanksgivings.
So turkey or ham or what is you all's?
We just bought the turkey. It's sitting in the fridge.
All right. And Nikki, I think, is Bob that got out of it. I know they're having stuffed pork chops, but they're yeah. And of course, for us, Otto is making turkey, which is like the must-have thing. My daughter will accept nothing else but him making the turkey, which is quite divine, I have to say. Excellent. We're having, of course, the cornbread, of course, rice, pilaf, greens. What else? Have we decided what dessert is going to be? What she's going to make?
Nope, not yet. But we also have rice pilaf for some reason.
Yes, rice pilaf. Because that's what y'all said you wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get the rice pilaf, and what else was there? Something else. Stuffing.
Yams. Candied yams.
Yams, yeah. So yeah, we're doing the whole thing. We have one of our sons coming in from Maryland, he and his wife. So it's going to be really great because our other son is here and his girlfriend. So that's going to be nice. So it's going to be really a great, great Thanksgiving. We're really looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yeah. And after Thanksgiving, then we're going to guess always going to slide slowly into the Christmas season. So we're all looking forward to that. Yeah.
Well, is anybody going to go for the Walmart will open up at 4:00 in the afternoon Black Friday sale?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, well, I would, except that I did not buy a wig to wear so it could be torn off as I go through the door and fighting with each other for them bargains.
Why do people show? Why do news shows? Why do they show that?
Because it brings
idea.
in the ratings.
I have no idea why people would even do it. Now I think the issue is the first one's okay, it happened. Now I think it's all just staged. So, you know.
You think it's all staged?
I think it's staged. Who would do that? Who would do that? You know, pushing and shoving, falling, being filmed. Come on. I think it's staged now.
Well, what they don't tell you, and we found out the hard way, and this was years ago, that they put the ads out about what they're going to have. And so my mother wanted me to get a assignment. I don't know if anybody remembers those.
What is that?
Assignment. It was a round thing.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
The music, you repeated the patterns.
Repeated the pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to get one, so she said, be there when the door opens. So I had to be outside the door at 11 o'clock when they opened, and I went straight back to the toy department. I was the first person back there. They asked me what could they help me find. I said assignment, and they said we're out.
Already?
How did you
And
be
I
out?
said, well, you just opened the door and it's 11 o'clock. And that's when the clerk told me that when they put those ads in the paper, they only have a limited number and they don't send them to every store. And this was a store in near what could be called the inner city. So they didn't have any.
Wow.
But the other thing is like they sell the stuff, but how much of it is so deeply discounted that you would go and like stand in line to like see like you stand in the line to see a concert? Is it that low? Is it that deeply?
Well, they will make it that low, but they don't have that many. So they have like 10. And once they go, they say, well, but since you're here, you want to get one of these?
Yeah.
I mean, are they? It's like they have like a PS4 or something for like $10 or something. I mean, what is?
I don't think it's going to be something like that.
No. Well, it might be because of the tariffs. They're predicting that game consoles are going to go up at least 40%.
So people are not running to get them.
Well, also, it's a loss leader. The idea is that you go there looking for this, and when you don't find it, since you say, well, since I'm here, I'll get something else. So win-win for the store.
Well, what you do is, well, now Cranston, they don't open at 11. They open at like 4 in the morning. But what you do is you wait a while and you shop around the peripheral stores, because usually people will pick up if there's only a limited number and then decide later they don't want it. But the price is still good all day long. So you walk around the peripheral of the stores where people have going, no, on second thought, I don't want this. And they put it wherever they happen to be going through their cart. So you can pretty much get everything you want.
You just have to shop differently. Shop later.
But the stuff is it's not like the stuff is free. You got to pay for it.
Yeah. And your point being, Americans tend to think it's a bargain, so I'll buy it. They don't it's the hunt that's important to them, not the actual item.
All right, but we'll see how that works out for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, can you buy a lot of this stuff online? You don't have to actually go.
Oh yeah, that's what Cyber Friday is for. Cyber Monday. Yeah, Cyber Monday. When you go back to your office, go back to your office and you're buying all the stuff that you didn't get on Black Friday.
Right.
So Black Friday no longer an in-person thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Black Friday's in person. Cyber Monday is the online one.
So what you do is you find the price.
You're supposed to be working.
Right.
You're supposed to be working.
When people you go back to your computer and shop.
Yeah.
because people had more reliable internet at work than they did at home
You know
back
what?
in the day.
Yeah.
But the more important day is local, buy local Saturday,
Yeah.
because that's when all the local stores have their big sales and your money stays in your neighborhood. And I just found out that I think it was yesterday or last week. I have to go look that up. There was a Black Enterprise Day where you're supposed to buy from Black entrepreneurs. Black Entrepreneur Day. That was what it was. So, and I was like, that one snuck up on me.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, who has local stores near them? I don't. There's no local store. What local store? Everything is multinational.
Well, that's what you're supposed to hunt down, find the mom and pop stores and buy from them, so that give them a chance. You find what you want. What a lot of my friends are doing now, they go on Amazon, find the items they want, but then find the websites of the companies and buy directly from them, because the companies usually give a better discount than all the other places will.
Sounds good to me.
A lot of work for me.
Yeah, but it's important. People feel it's important to keep local businesses running.
And we work hard to do that. All right. So anything else that we want to announce, or anybody birthdays, anniversaries? Oh, that's right. Anniversaries. The 28th is ours.
Yay! And I will wish my cousin Tylene a happy birthday. Her birthday's the 27th.
Yeah, and my son Roman, his birthday is on the 30th.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so
that was an interesting Valentine's Day for everybody, huh? Yeah, or a cold winter.
And my brother's birthday was last week.
Wow, see, there we go. All these birthdays and celebrations coming up. So yeah, so this is going to be a real tight packed week for us. An anniversary, birthday, and Thanksgiving,
and Christmas.
Christmas coming next month. Yeah, but right now, just in this next week, we got bam, bam, bam. All right, cool. All right. Well, any other celebrations we want to announce? All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. It has been great fun. Go through that list, the Macy's list, so that you can know what's coming up on the lineup. But some of it, to me, is very exciting. It's all very colorful and neat. So I'm hoping that it will be good weather, in New York City, and the children there will watch this and have this a memorable experience. So you never know, the stuff that happens to you in life. And sometimes just have this bright, shining moment that you can look back on that has been just magical. I think is a really good thing. So it can happen.
You remember Penelope? You remember getting the catalog?
Like my goodness!
Toy catalog.
The Sears catalog. Oh my gosh, the Wish book.
The Toys R Us. The Toys R Us.
Yeah, it was Russ one. Yeah, but I like the Sears one. The Wish
Someone
book.
Just said that. I think it was the Toys R Us catalog came back because somebody bought the brand Toys R Us and they brought back a catalog to mail out in time for Christmas. I think
Cool.
I think it's Toys R Us.
Very cool. I mean, I love those things. Those are great. I mean, even if you didn't get the things, I mean, I just loved looking at the pictures when I was young. I'm never going to get this stuff, but it was nice to look at the pictures. All right. Okay, girl. But thank you all very much. We'll be back again this time next week. Join us here in the OTHERhood. See you then. Have a wonderful remainder of your weekend and a wonderful, productive week. Take care.
Bye. Good night.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that too.